joining us today. So let us begin with our techno-commercial presentation by Ms. Elva Wang, who is the Senior Manager APAC, Trina Solar.
Hello, thank you. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, you can proceed with your presentation.
Okay, sure. Okay, thank you. Good afternoon. Hello, everyone. This is Alva from Trina Solar. I'm very happy to be here to introduce Trina Solar's latest module technology to boost Indonesia's solar development. So before going for the webinar topic, please allow me to take 2 minutes to introduce our company background. Trina Solar was founded in 1997, so it's total 24 years history till now. And we IPO in New York in 2006. Then in 2014, we became world's largest module supplier. 2 years later, our factory in Thailand established, and we also extend our business to storage business. In 2018, we acquired the Spanish tracker company, Neckleaf, so we entered the tracker business. Also, we launched our brand. In 2020, last year, we listed in China for better financing ability. And this year, our module capacity will reach to 50 gigawatt. Among these, 40 gigawatt will be the 210 Vertex module, the video just to show you, and we will also introduce in detail for the 210 technology. And actually, Trina Solar is well known by the manufacturing the solar module, but besides the solar module, we also provide the tracker, and we do the utility project developer, as well as with the smart energy system provider. As a module manufacturer, we shipped more than 66 gigawatt to more than 100 countries. And the factory is in 3 in China and 2 overseas factories in Vietnam and Thailand. As a tracker supplier, we provided more than 2 gigawatt with the factory both in China and Spain. Also, we grid connected more than 5 gigawatt project as a developer. Last year, we shipped more than 15 gigawatt modules, so total has 50% more than last year. And this year, our target will be 30 gigawatt module shipment. So go back to the product side. Let's go back for the module technology over the last 10 years. So from this chart, you can see the module voltage change from 2009 until this year, 2021. Actually, the module power is increased from 290 until 670. So it's more than double. But this quite interesting part that you see the red curve. You can see from 2019 until 2019, for the last decade, every year the increment is around 10 to 20 watt. But after 2019 until this year, you can see every year the module increment is around 50 watt. And now we may jump to 100 watt per year. So it's quite interesting actually, but why the module voltage can increase so fast within such short 2 years? So the answer will be the big wafer and the multiple busbar technology. So actually you can see the 3 wafer, or we can say the solar cell dimension in current market, that is 166 mm and 182 and 210. So for Trina Solar, we choose the most advanced technology, 210 mm, which can really reduce the BOS and the LCOE for the bigger solar farm. Here, and also the NDC, non-destructive technology, to reduce the micro crack. And for the multiple busbar technology, it can increase 2 to 3% on the module power, and our module efficiency can also increase 0.4 to 0.6%. Last year, we launched our 210 module Vertex series, 400, 500, 550, which will be really perfect for the residential, commercial, and the industry project. And we also will start selling the 600 and the 660 watt this year to adapt to more competitive PPA rate for the solar farm project. So this amazing technology has totally changed the traditional module parameter and will dramatically reduce the system BOS and LCOE. And also we have more than 40 gigawatt yearly capacity for 210 technology module to secure the supplier. So I will have a brief introduction for our 400 until 600 module one by one. We can see this year compared to last year, personally, I can see the Indonesia market, the CNI part, the commercial and the industry market is really growing. While there's a misunderstanding that the module voltage will be the higher, the better. For solar farm, maybe yes, but for the rooftop project, it's not really 100% right. Besides the voltage, we also need to consider the safety and the convenience during installation. So we launched the Vertex S for residential and the small commercial projects. The power is around the 400 watt, but you can see the our module efficiency can already reach 21.3%, which is even higher than the 550 watt module in calendar industry. And we can see compared to others, the market 410 watt module in the market, our module efficiency is around 0.5% higher. And there's also the height already go back to 1.7 meter, which is very similar to the human height, to make sure during installation it's safe and convenient. And the weight is also only 21 kilogram, so it can balance the power, the size, and the weight perfectly. So the smaller size will make it more flexible in layout for wider applications. According to big data analysts and the layout design, the Vertex S has higher installation capacity on more than 80% rooftop situations. Besides the small residential and the CNI project, for most like commercial and the industry project, like we also recommend the 450 and the 500 watt module. So for 450, we use 166 technology, but this won't be the main product that we're gonna promote for next year. And we also can see the 166 module may be phased out next year. So the main part we may produce for CNI project will be our Vertex 500 watt. We can see from here the dimension for 500 watt, the dimension is less than 2.2 and times 1.1, which is very, very similar to the 450 watt. And the current still keeps 12.1 to comply with most inverters in the market. Take the example of the 1 megawatt of the industry reference project. Compared with the 450, using 500 can increase the installation capacity to 12 to 11 to 22%, and the BOS saving can reach to 1.87 to 3.77 cents US dollar. So by reducing the rail, the cables, the combiner box, and the installation box. And for the biggest commercial and the industry projects or utility project, 550 watt module will be the flagship module for all scenarios, while EPC or installers must be alerted with the dimension and the weight if you install this model on the rooftop. Because currently in the market for all the 550 watt module, the dimension is not 100% friendly on all the rooftops, because we can see the weight is around 29 kilogram, and the dimension is more than 2.3, and is around 1.1. So we must check whether the rooftop can really stand this dimension and the weight. So we strongly recommend this model must be carried by 2 persons. But if you install this model in a solar farm, different from other technology, we can see Trina 550 watt module using the 210 technology, we can significantly reduce the VOC. So here you can see our VOC for 550 is around 38, while in the market is around 50 voltage. So why we need to refresh all the VOC parameter? Let's say for currently all the solar farm is around 1,500 voltage. If you're using the 210, 540 watt, one string you can connect 35 piece. So one string, the power is around 19 kilowatt. But for using the 182, 535 watt, one string you can only connect a 27 piece module. So one string total is less than 15 kilowatt, which means the low voltage can bring higher string power. Total is around 32% more. So let's take example for one project, the 110 megawatt in US. So the DC-AC ratio is around 1.1, and this project we use a tracker system. So because using 545 low VOC module, you can have one string, you can connect more modules to reduce the string quantities. So the BOS, you can save around 1.29 cents, and by reducing the transportation cost, the DC wiring and the DC installation cost, tracker cost, and the mounting structure cost. For solar farm, we also launched our 600 watt module, which will be the best fit for landscape dimension design. So we can see the dimension is shorter. It's less than 2.2, and it's wider. It's around 1.3. So this is a comparison between 600 and 72, 182, 535, and the 78 piece. 182, 585 watt. So we still look at the VOC. We can see if you're using the 78 piece module, so the voltage increased from 535 to 585. So you can increase around 50 watts for the voltage, but the issue is you also increase the VOC. But let's say for our 600 watt module, you can see the VOC is still around 38, but our power is still higher than 585. So for the 1,500 voltage system, the same, if you're using 210, for 600 watt module, one string, you can still connect 32 piece. So it's around more than 19 kilowatt. And for 585, 78 piece module, you can only connect 24 piece, which is even less than 72, 182. So one string, you can only connect 14 kilowatt. So which means compared to 585, one string, we can have 37% more power in one string. The same, the BOS can also, this is our project reference in Japan for 15 megawatt. And the BOS reduction can reach to 12.68 cents. But because this is a project in Japan, because in Japan, the module cost doesn't really have very huge amount because their installation cost and the BOS cost is quite high there. So you can see we can save lots of the BOS in a combiner box, mounting structure, and the DC connector, as well as the installation cost. And besides above 400 watt and the 500 watt module, Trina Solar, we also push the module to 6.0 era. Module can go up to 670 watt for utility scale. And still, for one string, we can connect 28 piece for our even 670 watt module. And for 540, it still can only connect the 26 piece. So one string, we can go for around 18.7 kilowatt. And same for 540, it's around 14 kilowatt. So we use the 100 megawatt project. It's a fixed mounting structure. The BOS still can save around 1.3 cent, and the LCOE can reduce 1.2% by reducing the mounting structure, foundation, cable, and the installation cost. Of course, you can also save around 15% on your module quantity. So I mentioned earlier, besides the solar module business, we also enter the tracker business. This year, we can see this year actually the module pricing increased a lot. So using the tracker maybe can support the customer to get the lower LCOE, and also using the tracker you can get a more 3 to 8% more on the module on the generation. All the module like 400, 500, 550, 600, or 670 watt module, these modules are all the P-type module. And now we are also exploring the N-type, the TOPCon and HJT, which will be announced the end of this year. And I'm sure these new models, new technology will also soon be sold in Indonesia market. Here, lastly, I would like to show some of our project reference in Indonesia. Currently, I think Trina Solar is still the only supplier to have a utility project in Indonesia. So you can see this is our 7 megawatt project in Pringabaya and 21 megawatt in Lukupang. Another 7 megawatt in Sekong and 7 megawatt in Selong. Okay, so here is the product presentation from Trina side. So I give the floor back to the host.
Thank you, Elva. We will quickly play the video of Trina Solar again.